Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Sagittarius weekly Tarot Bite Illumination reading. This is I Am Illuminated Tarot, a place for you to better connect with and illuminate your own personal spiritual importance. So hi everyone and welcome. This is meant to be a very short reading, about 10 minutes or less, and we are basing it off of the collective reading that was released on Monday of this week. So we're taking that theme and we're diving a little deeper into it for you, Sagittarius. Now the theme for the week was taking a new path, starting to come to that fork in the road where we get to leave a past version of ourselves behind, whether this was a path that kind of led to an inauthentic part of ourself or inauthentic self-expression, or just a part of ourself that we are growing out of and growing in and towards something that is much more in alignment with our spiritual growth at this point. So I'm going to start now by pulling a card or cards here to see what wants to come out for you. So you have two cards. Let's dive a little deeper into this message. Let's see what's going on with Sagittarius and the new path you're taking. So we have Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide, number 10, which breaks down to the number 1 in numerology. So there's this feeling of endings and beginnings with the number 10. I love that. There's a completion. And then there's the start of a new cycle. Now, I love the abundant universe will provide, because this is that beautiful realization that as we are starting to be pushed into the new, that's often we can get to that fear-based place of, but I want to cling to what I have. I want to cling to what's been, because I don't know if I'm going to have enough. I don't know what's around the next corner. I don't know what's around the next bend. And so we get to this place of fearing that we won't have enough, that we won't be provided with enough. And this is clearly stating that the abundant universe will provide in down this next road for you as you start to take this new path. And then it says Mouse Spirit, tend to the small things, number 40, which also breaks down to the number 4, which is all about a strong work ethic and a work ethic towards building a firm foundation in something. And I like that it says tend to the small things. It means that this week we're really looking at kind of the devil's in the details, getting the little, this is not a week about making that giant leap into the new and all of a sudden everything, this isn't like I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to quit my job and move to another location. This is the week where you get to that place, I'm feeling, Sagittarius, where you are getting to that place of quiet courage and confidence in that, yes, the abundant universe is going to provide in this change of direction as you go down this new path, but that there are small things that need to be kind of put in place or maybe shifted around this week to allow for this new path to emerge clearly for yourself. And what does that mean? I'm going to start to pull some clarifiers, but when we think about tending to the small things, this could literally just be about really focusing on your personal life and getting kind of dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's, getting the house maybe clean, doing a spring cleaning before summer comes around. Or if this is even in your in your professional life, this would be like, making sure that all the emails are answered, making sure that you are following up with people or communications or checking, your inbox for your phone, things like that, where you're just looking at all the little small things that need to be kind of put to rest, that maybe so that as you move into the next week, you're not kind of plagued by that all the little things running in the background. Let's put it that way, that you're literally kind of clearing the way for you to, this would be very similar. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm kind of all over the place. There's just a lot of messages coming in. I'm seeing a lot of examples, but this would be like knowing that next week you're going to go on vacation. And you have to pack your bags. And when we get ready to go on vacation, often we will kind of do the things we don't normally do in a regular work week or regular personal week for ourselves. We will make sure that all of the appliances are working correctly. We might go ahead and make sure again that we do all of our laundry so that by the time we have to pack at the end of the week, we are ready to do that. Or we might pull out our luggage and give it a once over and make sure that, okay, everything's still good from the last time before we put it away in the closet or wherever it's been stored. You might go ahead and make sure that you check in with your credit card companies and you let them know that you're traveling. You know, there's all these little things sometimes that we forget. And especially when you think about going on vacation and if you're in, still in the work world, this is where you want to start to communicate to clients or to your boss about where you are on your projects, letting people know that you're going to be out of town, kind of laying that foundation so that when you actually do get in the plane or you get in the car, or you get to, however you're going to get to wherever you're going to go on vacation, you don't have to worry that that's going to follow you into that fun time. And I do feel that this is a new path for you, Sagittarius, that is going to feel like fun. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with the 10 of the small things. What does Sagittarius really need to focus on this week? I just hear getting your house in order, which, again, could just be literally doing spring cleaning. So we have 7 of Wands and 7 of Swords. Interesting. 2 sevens here. 7 of Wands here says, is this worth defending? This is where we get to that place of kind of looking at where we want to take action and then holding our position to do so. But this is that week where you, I think, are getting to that place of, okay, this is what I want to do. This is the action I want to take, and I'm going to go ahead and defend that. And the 7 of Swords, this is where we are asking ourselves, is it worth it for me to do this? This is in our mental plane too. This is where we kind of analyze, do I really want to go down this road? And I'm going to start to look at all the pros and cons. But it can also be a card where it's a card of avoidance, where we don't really want to face something, where we are trying to maybe get away with something. So when we think about tending to the small things, this might be looking at, as you start to feel that pull towards the new path, where are you avoiding an action you need to take that is going to lead you down the new path. This would be like knowing you're going to take a vacation next week and you feel it, you've put all the things in place to do that, and yet you haven't told your boss that you're going out of town. This would be like, tend to that small thing first. Let them know you're going out of town. Or like you working with a major client and not telling them that you're not going to be available for the next 2 weeks because you're going on vacation. This is that time now to put that in place. I really get this feeling that there is something that you want to hold yourself accountable to, that there's an action you want to take and something you really want to pursue. But there is kind of this lack of avoidance of, but I know I need to kind of face the consequences of me. Or for some of you, this could, it could be like trying to tell a boss you want to take a vacation or you need to take some time off. Or this could be like telling a spouse or a partner that you really want to pursue a side hustle or a new way of earning money. This could also be, though, on another level where that you want to take a new path, and it is going to require that you start to change how you do things. You start to change your routine, you start to change your schedule. And that might be where maybe you've been avoiding that. Maybe you have to get up an hour earlier now and you still aren't going to bed an hour earlier at night. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, tend to the small things. Start to make the small changes this week to allow for you to really stand in this place of, self-defense of what you want to take a stand towards, moving towards, or where you want to choose to start taking action. Okay, so now we're going to look at the Buffalo Spirit. We'll dive a little deeper into that. So what does Sagittarius need to know about Buffalo Spirit? And the abundant universe will provide. Ooh, I love this. We have the Lovers and the Page of Pentacles. So beautiful energy here, guys. This is about starting to go out towards what you love. This is about taking a pentacle, something in the physical, a gift, a personal ability, even something that you might have. This might be like you have a small savings set aside, or you have something physical that you've purchased. It could be that you purchased the RV and now you're going to go travel the country. But this is about saying that this new cycle is about following what you're passionate about, choosing what you love. And this is the week to really start to embrace whatever this gift is in the physical and start to bring it out into the physical. So now that was part of the message that came through very strongly in the collective. So you definitely want to go back and check that because I go a little deeper into that part of the message. But this is saying the abundant universe will provide. So go out there and test the waters. You know, if you have that RV, that might be the time to say, okay, I'm going to hit the road. I'm going to go out there and maybe do a test run. Maybe I'm going to just take a week vacation instead of saying I'm going to leave for 6 months to travel the country. This is just testing the waters to say, okay, let's feel it out. And this is the week that, you know, the universe, spirit is saying, don't worry, we'll provide for you along the way. Choose what your heart yearns for and start to go out there in the physical and play with it. Be curious as to what it's going to start to bring in for you. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead, Sagittarius. I look forward to reading for you next week. If you'd like to look at your full reading for the month, the readings for June are up for each sign, and you can see those on my channel. Otherwise, I will see you all next week. Bye, Sagittarius.